Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. This is the first episode of a new series with FilthyRobot. We're calling Monks, Mayhem and Madness?
Mystics.
Monks, Mystic and Madness, because it's madness.
That's correct. Just so long as the madness is prominent, I think we got it covered.
Needs to be in the title. It's already been an hour. We've been working for an hour, trying to get the game going. Man, CK2 is finicky. So yeah, we've had a lot of people saying we should play CK2 together. I love this game. I've played it for 3-4 years now, and Filthy was willing to give it a shot, so here we are.
And a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
Buttons. Good.
Yep. The madness part is specifically because of the Paradox Interactive interface, basically. So we've elected to play in the year 867. We're going to play as some Norsemen. We're going to do some raiding and pillaging and pilfering and stuff. It's going to be great.
Yep.
I've elected to play as a vassal underneath Filthy, just so that I can prop him up and make him look good.
And it's a very benevolent dictator, so should be good.
Yeah. So let's start with that. I think that's the easiest thing to start with. So we got all these buttons, right?
Yep.
The first one is the biggest one. Top left corner, there's like your interface, your character himself. Just click on your name, or you could press F2. And let's learn a little bit about Riculfer the Just As Me. You are Bjorn.
King Bjorn, Ironside. Bjorn? I don't know.
King Bjorn, Ironside of Upland. So
just call me Ironsides.
It's your nickname. Okay, so you see the little icons on the right-hand side?
Married a little boy for my wife. Huh.
You married a little boy? What?
Apparently. I have a portrait of a small male child as my wife. Okay.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I show Queen
Ileana of Upland.
Ileana.
Has a picture of a small boy.
That is not a small boy. That's a woman. She's got a braid.
Questionable.
Man, I want to know who did the artistry for Paradox. You just insulted someone.
Maybe it's intentional.
I mean, she's 45 years old, Filthy. That's an old woman. Okay. So do you see the little icons to the bottom right of those interfaces, those pictures you were looking at?
Yep.
We've got the first one on hover.
This is, again, in typical Paradox menu. There are approximately 100,000 things going on this tooltip. So for someone who's just starting the game, you might be slightly overwhelmed by the fact that I have what look like, 611. I have 11 what look like stat symbols on the right, and then like 10 little fucking... So yes, you need to be specific when you're trying to address me something. What am I looking at here?
The little green and red things. You see the little green and red icons?
There are 3 red things and 2 green things. So maybe you're talking the icons in the bottom right where there's about 8 of them.
You sure about that? I counted 3 green ones, 2 red ones. You had it. You have the other way around.
There's another red one over on the left on titles.
On titles. Okay, no, that's totally different. No. You gotta compartmentalize. Come on, bear with me. Come on.
So So we're talking exactly middle of the screen of the drop-down menu to the far right, top row. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, if I start top right, all right, first trait, your character has the trait diligent. This character is dutiful and diligent. The 4th of the 7 virtues, industria. You are also proud, temperate, brave. You're a hunter. You're a Viking. You've earned a reputation as a fearsome Viking raider, and you're a charismatic negotiator. So
this is awesome. So I have 7 essentially quirks, which each have a drop-down menu that gives me 5 statistics on top of that.
Well, not necessarily 5. It
5
depends.
to 7. Oh, nice.
The trait determines what it does. They're all fixed. So if you're brave on one character, brave on another character will do the exact same thing. But yes, that's exactly right. The quirks, as you call them from Europa Universalis 4, were inspired based on CK2. So yes. In fact, many of them are actually exported directly. So like you may recall in EU4, there's a trait called Intricate Web Weaver, which makes you better at spy mastery type stuff. Intricate Web Weaver is the, I think it's the 2nd or 3rd rank spy master education path in CK2. So anyway, you'll notice some similarities in here. Diligent as well, proud, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so anyway, I think that portrait threw me off a little bit. I originally read diligent as diddler, but anyways.
Well, you seem to have this thing where you think your 45-year-old woman is a small boy. Yeah. So I'm starting to question.
I don't know about the Vikings. I don't know a lot of Viking history.
Yeah, Ironside's his sanity is in question at this point. So how do we begin? Where do we go? Well,
first we start with the small green one.
There's just so much. I think for the moment we can probably skip over your traits. For the record, my ruler is the opposite of yours. I am cruel. I'm craven. You're brave, where I'm craven, so I'm a coward. I'm a bit shy. I suffer a penalty of diplomacy. I'm content, which means I'm I'm a loyal vassal, which is true. I'm not going to backstab you, probably.
Good.
And I have no wife, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly find a woman.
Okay.
I am so tempted to get this woman who has high intrigue so that I could murder you, but that would be mean because you are a newbie, so I won't do that.
Okay.
She would normally be pretty awesome at that kind of thing, though. I guess I'll take her anyway. So,
Just to
anyway,
keep your options open.
Do you see at the top? Okay. There is a section of icons at the top of your screen called alerts.
Mm-hmm.
You should see anywhere between like 3 and 6, maybe 3 and 10 at most. There's one that's got like a little
I have 8.
speech
yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah. Is it a thought bubble?
Yeah, thought bubble with a little crown.
Just
let's
pick
do
an
that
ambition.
one.
Okay.
There we go. Let's make something happen this episode. It'll be great. We're gonna both pick ambitions.
It brings
So
me
click
back
on
to the
that.
same screen I was on.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that you're on the same screen that you were already on, do you see above the 5 different types of stats that you've got? You've got diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, and learning.
Yep.
There are 2 little buttons. One's again a little speech dialogue or like thought dialogue.
Yep. Choose an ambition.
Yeah, let's choose an ambition first.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the little pop-out thing, you can try to become the king of Sweden, acquire a title for me, build a war chest, groom an heir.
I only have 2, I think, unless there's some larger menu that I can see. Because when I click on it, it doesn't do this very easily because it's just like 2 little buttons moved to the right of it.
Yep, it depends on who you're playing as. If you only have 2, what are they?
Become a paragon of virtue.
Okay.
Or become king of Sweden.
All right, let's have you go for the king of Sweden thing, because
how do I replace my wife as an ambition?
Well, we could murder her very easily if you'd like.
Okay.
I will gladly help you murder your wife.
That's good.
I'm gonna go to try to groom an heir. It'll increase my fertility by 20%, make me more likely to make babies, since I have none, and I will die. Game over right now if I don't make some babies.
What is a learning, and why do I want one?
A learning? You mean an ambition?
Nope. It says success effect. Gain 1 learning.
All right, so below that, where we were just choosing the ambition, we have five ruler attributes. So similar to the EU4, where you've got military skill, administrative skill, and diplomatic skill. In this game, there are 5 attributes. There is diplomacy, top one. Second one's martial. Third one is going to be your stewardship. Fourth one is intrigue. Fifth one is learning. So when it says +1 learning, you're going to gain 1 learning attribute point.
Okay.
Learning affects things like technology. It affects events that pop up in the game. But mostly traits. Traits are the big thing in this game. They determine how a lot of things will play out.
It feels like to me that the King of Sweden is quite a...
It's a big ambition for you, yeah.
So maybe I start something smaller and go Paragon of Virtue.
All right. Paragon of Virtue requires you to get, I think, 500 piety.
Yeah, is that a lot?
Very top right-hand corner, you'll see like six more icons and things.
Yeah, I got
Third one over is
piety right now.
Okay, and hover over it, it'll tell you your monthly piety.
0.29. Positive 0.29.
And so it'll take you a little while, but if you want to go for that, that's fine. Go, that's fine.
Let's do that. It's easier.
If you don't think you can become the Kingdom of Sweden, the King of Sweden, then
I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be easy. We're on normal difficulty, so probably all the AI just roll over and dies, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Right.
So, all right, next.
I'll do either. Do let me know. King of Sweden or Paragon of Virtue. I don't want to become a Paragon of Virtue when I'm role playing, so I'm against that from just a general perspective. But I think it might be easier to cycle these. Am I gonna get more of these when I complete these?
Yes. You can always have an ambition.
Paragon of Virtue it is. Done.
Okay. Next, the other button that looks like you can click it next to the one that you just clicked for ambition. That's your focus.
Okay.
Okay, so let's choose a focus. Now,
Excellent.
there are
10, I believe.
8. Well, no, 10. You're right, 10. Sorry. I can count. Words, math.
Okay.
So, you'll notice the coloring of them, the buttons. Red is going to be representative of martial, blue is diplomacy, the whitish grayish color is learning, green at the top is stewardship, and then you've got your intrigue. So, these are all good. They're all good, in fact. I mean, it just depends on how you want to bend your character. If you want to be a guy that, takes out all of his friends and gets them drunk and gets them to
I want to play CK2 for my first time like the espionage tree should be in EU4.
All right, so either you take seduction focus then or the intrigue focus.
Seduction. This is currently how we got our current wife.
Click on
small boy.
If you click on those before you click select, you can actually see what the effects are. So if you take like intrigue,
is an adult. That's the first condition. Wasn't met for our wife. Does not have the trait incapable. Does not have the trait celibate. All the following must be true. Can't. I don't know. Is this gonna fuck up my? I think seduction may be not something you can do with piety related stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just judging off the fact that tells me I can't be a monk or a nun.
The fact that you wanted to become a Paragon of Virtue, and now you immediately want to become like this bastardly spy master type guy?
I told you, I only want to do Paragon of Virtue because it's easier, not because it seems like something I could do, not because I wish to roleplay that at all.
Yeah, the behaviors you've learned from EU4 might not translate into this game quite the same.
Yeah.
I think you might have more fun for your first round with the intrigue focus, just because you can spy on people.
Click.
So you click on that and then click select.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. God, my character is so bad in so many different ways.
And I can change that in 5 years. It's just a focus. So it's just like a temporary boost or something.
Yep, it gives you having the focus. If you hover over it, once you've selected it, you can see the actual effects. So like for me, I took family focus because I have no heir and I'm concerned about dying. So I get 2 diplomacy, which is good. 25% fertility, which affects my likelihood of making my woman, preggers. And then +1 health, which makes me less likely to die, which is good because again, if I die, I'm game overed right now. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm doing what I can to try to prevent it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So, where do we go from there?
How come I didn't get any intrigue out of this? It still says intrigue of 5.
Okay. Press F2, like get back to your character screen, hover over yourself. I show you at
base of 3, charismatic negotiator 1, diligent 1.
Yeah, it probably takes a day or so to actually update.
Okay.
You don't have the effect yet. 3 + 1 + 1 is 5. Yeah, you'll get another +3. All right, what else do you have at the top as far as alerts go? Things that you should take care of according to the game.
All right, I have 6 remaining. I have 1 children, lack of childhood focus. I have special minor titles grantable. I have special title actions possible. I have unmarried heir, and I have 2 titles can be created, and I have successor nomination.
All right, let's handle successor nomination real quick.
Okay.
So you click on that, and you, I think, just have the ducal succession of Upland.
Yes.
So,
well, yeah, I think so. There's again 4 tabs, but yes, I'm in the inheritance tab of the ducal laws of Upland.
Yes. So currently, right now, I show Eriker Bjornsson is the heir.
You mean for nominations?
Well, while looking at the inheritance tab, I show Agnetic Elective Gavelkind, and then the
that's
portrait.
my son, not me. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So if no one's cast a vote yet, basically, for who should take over if you die, and it's defaulting to you because no one's voted. It's defaulting to your heir. Now we get to vote. We get to say who do we think should take over this duchy if you were to pass. So if you click the nominate button, you can elect someone. So in this case, I'm going to be a dutiful vassal, and I'm going to vote for your heir as well. I'm going to vote for Eriker Bjornsson. So now you should be able to see that right now that little 0 next to his portrait has changed to a 1.
Yeah.
Riculfer of Tjus is supporting. I am supporting your son as heir.
Cool.
If you also vote for him, number 1, you'll have 2 votes, which means if someone else were to vote for someone else, you would win. But also, that alert will go away, which is nice. Making alerts go away is good.
Yeah. So how do I do that?
So you click nominate, and then in that drop-down list on the right, you just click on the portrait of the person you want to vote for.
All right. And why do we want to go? Is this too much for the first episode? Should I just get this stuff assigned, and later on you can tell me why I'm doing this guy over the other guy?
Probably, but for the most part, you don't want to elect.
Stats, it looks like.
What do you mean the other guy? You only have 2 options. You've got
Bjorn or Eriker. Bjorn is pretty sad. He's a 00200 with only 3 traits.
Yeah. You want to vote for Eriker for a couple reasons. Number 1, Bjorn has a lisp. He's got a trait called lisp. So the lisp of this character credibility the thought of much merriment.
I see.
Like he's a bit not very diplomatic because of that. It's a bad trait. He's also only 7, so if you were to die tomorrow, you would be a 7-year-old, which puts you in Regency. Regency, as you remember from U4, is bad.
Totally boring.
So don't vote for someone who's a minor if you can avoid it. Yeah. And of course, Eriker's got much better stats. So
I can marry him or no?
Yeah, well, he's your heir. He lives in your court, and you are his liege, so you get to decide who he gets to marry. So that'll be the next thing we do. So vote for him. Okay, and now press F2 for me if you could, and you should see next to the portrait of your wife, there should be like another portrait that says like who your heir is. It'll be Eriker.
Yep.
Right, so click on him.
Okay.
Now, once you have him selected, there should be a button where his wife is.
Yep, it's just a blank question mark right now.
Yep. You should be allowed, I can't remember how to do this because I'm looking at it from my perspective on your character. Like right-click on him, right-click on his portrait.
Okay.
Or actually, there should be a button for you, like Marriage Finder tool.
I can imprison him.
No, not that. Please don't do that. When you're not in the portrait, is there like a little button adjacent to his portrait that says like Marriage Finder?
Okay, there's a lot of buttons.
Spouse Finder?
Treasury, no valid photos, no valid plots rather, excuse me. Petty Kingdom of Upland, the Crown, Liege, him. I have an empty wife portrait. Arranged marriage is 2 rings.
Yes, that's the one. Arranged marriage. This will open up a special tool. It's useful for finding brides or husbands if you're a woman. But it's the marriage finding tool, which it just kind of automatically isolates the right people that you could potentially marry. Okay. So we need to get your son. In this case, it is your son, right? We need to get him married. Okay. So how do you choose? There's a lot of factors that can go into it for now. I would just say just choose anybody. Just whoever's at the top of the list, just pick somebody. Doesn't matter. Not that important.
Nothing matters in this? All these, there's like 5,000 bazillion icons.
Do you want to unpause? Matter, huh? Do you want to unpause the game?
I am against unpausing.
Okay. All right. That's
give me some. All right. So it doesn't have to be. I don't want like
avoid
the 400 level. I want the 100 level and picking a bride for my son. What am I looking for?
Okay. You're looking for someone who is. You want a marriage, not a betrothal. So find a woman who's not under 16 years old.
Okay.
So she needs to be at least over 16. Otherwise, you're arranging a betrothal.
All right. I'll sort age down.
Okay. Next, you want someone who's going to have relatively decent stats. Hopefully, no congenital traits that are bad. Like she's not.
Doesn't sum the stats, or is the first one the sum? Holy crap! This one's got a diplomacy of 17.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so, but there's no sum of the stats, so this is just I just need to do math for all these. I mean, it's just addition.
Just eyeball it. I mean, it's not a big deal, really. Like,
what stat do I want? Do I want to match my stat? Do I want to round out the stats? Like, do I want to
getting someone to complement your stats can be a good approach, depending on the ruling or the playing style you're going for. Like, you want it to be an intrigue type person, so perhaps you sort by intrigue and try to find an intriguing woman.
Currently, this is my son's wife. Does my son's wife do anything for my intrigue?
No, but it's going to be your character eventually. Eventually, you'll be playing as your son. So put yourself in that son's shoes. If you are playing as him tomorrow, for example, then who would you want him to be married to? Because he'll make the wrong decision 100%. He's an AI.
Okay.
So control it. Make sure he picks somebody that's not stupid.
Yeah, okay. All right, so, all right. Lots, should I just... I would have just picked I would just snap picked the one with the highest stats across the board.
Do that. That's what I said to do. That's what I said. I said just pick one. 22, 24, 30. No, you really don't. You really don't. I think you should just pick somebody.
That's 20. That's 29. That's 11. That's 18. That's 25. This one's got a fuck ton of stats down here, and she's 17. That's 20. Holy crap. 23, 35, 43, 51 stats? Seriously? That seems pretty good.
Okay, pick her. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's 20, it's 28, it's 33. All right. And she's got Masterful Theologian. Yes! Perfect. All right, done. All right, I'm taking her. Ingborg Jorg. Her name is Ingborg Jorg.
In order for that to actually happen, we have to unpause the game. So, are you comfortable? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to unpause the game. The game's running. Oh my gosh.
Oh, crap.
We're live. We're going.
What happened? I didn't get any where's my EU4 marriage noise?
It's not gonna. It's not the next day. Not like an EU4.
What?
So, it takes time dependent on distance. The further away they are, the longer it takes for them to respond. Sometimes it's a day. Sometimes it's a couple weeks. It depends. There we go. I just got my pop-up saying I'm married now. Woo! I'm married. Sweet.
Oh, the one right below her is better. Why
got
did
a woman.
Take that one?
I don't know. Why didn't you?
I don't know. Can I get rid of this wife and get a new one?
So did you get a pop-up saying your son's been married yet?
No.
Still? Okay, let's let some time pass until you get your son married.
How do I check if he's married? Because it might have happened. I just might not got a pop-up.
Okay.
No, he's still got no wife. Was there a confirmation dialogue I missed?
Possibly.
So when I clicked on it, was I supposed to do anything else?
Yeah, you click on her and then you have to send offer. You click send offer, send proposal.
Okay. Well, on a plus note, it's already been 20 minutes.
No way.
Yeah, it has.
That is impossible.
Should I choose the wife in the brief cut between episodes?
Yes, I think you really definitely should.
I can add all the stats up and then choose the highest stats. Because that's how you pick a wife, right? Based on highest stats.
Yeah, of course. Sounds reasonable.
Rick has the highest stats I know of.
Okay. All right, we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. As always, thank you for watching. Do bear with us while Filthy learns a new game. See you in a bit.
See you soon.